want to be very intentional with the way that you're doing things, and you just want to have a strategy for a lot of things that you do, because what happens is if you don't have a strategy and you're not intentional with your actions. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Power Chi. I'm having a beautiful day so far. Hope you guys are too. I literally went to the gym an hour ago and got my first workout in at an actual gym since this entire quarantine thing. Last video you guys saw my home gym setup. Today's topic is gonna be an interesting one. I know that a lot of my friends asked me about this. I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious as well. Before we jump into the video, guys, you guys see my headband on right now. That means that my hair is hella long, so I'm gonna go to get it cut and we'll jump right into the video. How many of you guys thought that when I said I was gonna get my hair cut, I was gonna go to a barbershop? Nah, bro, I'm gonna cut my own hair right now. Wish me luck. I got my little set, so I'm gonna give it a shot. And if it doesn't look good, I'll just wear a hat. Yo, honestly, if you ask me, it's not bad. It's fucking terrible. Fuck. I guess I can just wear a hat, let it grow out for a week. Oh man, I'm gonna try next week. I think that's much better, guys. Let's keep it rolling. Before we get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to pop a quick disclaimer that the thumbnail in this video is exactly 3 months apart. However, I do have 7+ years worth of training experience. And so my fat loss, weight loss journey may not be the same as someone who either just started out or just a couple of years worth of experience, or maybe you might even experience better results than I did within a shorter amount of time frame, depending on your experience level. So just wanted to pop that out there that yeah, I have competed in the past and I've gotten shredded on numerous occasions in the past as well. If you guys have any questions, you guys are free to DM me in my Instagram. I try to get back to as many people as I possibly could. So you guys can follow me. I'll pop that right here. It's at It's Power of Chi. So yeah, pop me a follow and we'll jump into the video. Tip number 1, super simple, train freaking hard. So what I mean by that is when you get into the gym, don't just go through the motions and be like, hell yeah, I made it to the gym. That's a win by me. Nah, you gotta train with intention. You gotta train intentionally. So what I mean by that is make sure that you're constantly elevating your lifts. If you've been stuck at a plate and you've been stuck at, say, 12 reps, try to go for that 13th rep. Get someone to spot you and go for that 13th rep. Go for 14. As long as you're constantly elevating your lifts, whether it's going to be for volume or it's going to be for strength. So let's say over a plate. No matter what it is, make sure you train intentionally. Otherwise, you're just gonna stay stagnant. If it's over a plate and you've been stuck at a plate for a long time and you just go for a plate and 10 pounds, but you go for about 5 reps, that is still elevating your body. That is still elevating your strength levels. That is still stimulating your body. So that is exactly what you wanna achieve. So that is tip number 1, is train intentionally and train freaking hard by any means necessary. Tip number 2, what I want you guys to do is go into the description down below and follow that link into the calorie calculator that is going to help you with seeing what your baseline calories needs to be in order to lose, gain, or maintain your current weight. I have no affiliation with this link. I'm just gonna pick the best one that I find is the most accurate. Keep in mind that it's not as accurate as I want it to be. It's not gonna be as accurate as possible. There's so many outliers and so many variables that go on a daily basis in every single one of our lives. So there's no real way of telling exactly how many calories you need to consume on a daily basis just from a algorithm that's inputted on a website. So keep that in mind. But essentially, you're gonna input your age, weight, your height, how active you are in the day, as well as all these other factors that will determine what your lifestyle habits are. This calorie calculator will give you a number. Let's say it is 2,000. So if it's 2,000 If you want to get shredded, you can start with a 200 calorie deficit and work your way to 400 and then 500, depending on how aggressive of a route you want to go. But you want to pick a route of a calorie deficit that you'll be able to sustain long term, because if you go straight into a 500 calorie deficit, what happens is you're going to get these cravings. You're not going to be able to maintain it for over 1 to 2 weeks, and then you're going to crash and overall just over consume these calories again. So if you really want to get shredded and you want to make this a long-term thing, make sure that you start slow and steady. I achieved it in 3 months. Doesn't mean that 3 months is the end all be all. Take 6 months if you have to, if that means that you're able to maintain it for a long period of time. So start at 200 calories, make your way to 400 and then 500, and just maintain that, and you're gonna slowly see your body fat start to melt off as you follow the rest of these tips in this video. Tip number 3 is do your sprints. If you've never done sprints before and you are on a plateau and you just can't break this, let's say 12% body fat, 11% body fat, to really get shredded and see that six pack, you need to try sprints at least 4 times a week. So all you need to do is run from goalpost to goalpost at 80 to 85% capacity at whatever your maximum speed is. Just that alone, you're gonna see amazing results that you've never seen before. So I'm gonna tell you, go try that tomorrow. All you need to do is step outside, run on your street, run from stop sign to stop sign, and do that 8 to 12 times, whatever it is that gets your heart rate really elevated. A lot of times people make the mistake of spending way too long, let's say an hour on the treadmill, and the amount of calories that you can burn from just 10-15 minutes worth of sprints versus 1 hour on a treadmill, you're gonna see a difference, man. You're gonna save a lot of time as well, and you're gonna learn to fall in love with sprint because it's gonna be that good. I'm telling you. You don't have to do sprints if you don't want to. I would recommend, if you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and do some burpees or some box jumps, anything that's really high intensity with a short amount of rest time. Just commit 15 minutes a day doing that, preferably fasted in the morning. If you do end up getting a little bit lightheaded, because some people will get lightheaded if you do it fasted, then go ahead and do it in the evening, do it in the afternoon. Just get it in, just try it. That's tip number 3, is try sprints. All right guys, so tip number 4 is actually a really fun tip that I don't think I have seen anyone really talk about this, unless they have and I just never saw the video. But tip number 4 is going to be wake up earlier. The reason why I say wake up earlier is because I've had days where in the past, in my early 20s and late teens, where I would stay in bed till 11, 12, 1, even 2 p.m. Granted, I was going through my own personal battles at that time. However, I have learned that when you wake up earlier, you are on your feet for that much longer than if you didn't wake up early. So let's say you normally wake up at 10. If you wake up at 7, that's 3 more hours that you're on your feet to do things such as burn calories. A lot of people mention that, I don't have enough time to go and work out. I don't have enough time to plan out my meals. I don't have enough time for basically anything. But the way that I see it is that, if you're waking up at 10, if you're waking up at 11, 12, or let's say you still don't have time, but you're waking up at 9, get up at 6. Get up at 6:30, get up at 7, whatever it is. Get up half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hours earlier than you normally do to be able to make that time for what is a priority for you. And if it's gonna be to get shredded, then you can utilize that extra half hour, 1 hour, or even let's say 4 hours to go prep your meals, to go to the gym, walk around the neighborhood, to go do your sprints like I mentioned in tip number 3. You have a lot of hours in the day that a lot of us are not utilizing correctly or efficiently, I guess would be a better word. So tip number 4, simply wake up earlier, because the amount of calories that you can burn when you get up earlier versus you're just, laying like a sack of potatoes in bed, it adds up to a lot of calories. Even if you're burning 100 more calories than you normally do, if you're not waking up early, if you add that up throughout the entire week, that is 700 calories worth that all you had to do was set your alarm, wake up earlier, and that's it. So wake up earlier. All right, you guys, so the very last thing is going to be probably one of the most important pieces of the puzzle which is going to be my 5th piece of advice for you guys. It's gonna put everything all together from tip 1 to 4 into this last step. And if you can do this, once you get the hang of everything and it starts to be a routine for you, you're gonna reach your goals. So tip number 5 is to plan what you want to eat as a meal for tomorrow so that you don't have to eat out of convenience. A lot of times, most of us are, in a rush, we're in a hurry, we're trying to get the best bang for our buck out of time. We wanna fill our stomachs in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort. And what that leads to is us ordering Uber Eats, DoorDash, we're gonna go through drive-through, whatever means necessary, we're gonna try to fill our stomachs up as soon as possible with the least amount of effort as possible. If you were to plan what you wanna eat the day prior, it's gonna make this entire process a lot easier, and it's gonna prevent you from grabbing snacks out of your cupboard. It's gonna help with a whole bunch of different things, and it's gonna basically put all pieces of the puzzle together. So if you're finding that you don't have time to cook, and that's the reason why you order out a lot, for example, take tip number 4, wake up a little bit earlier and plan exactly what you're gonna make for the day after. And you don't have to necessarily meal prep a couple days in advance. You can still cook on the same day, on the same hour that you are consuming the food, but you're gonna do it in a more strategic and intentional way. So you guys are gonna notice that this entire theme of this video is gonna be based around doing things with intention and doing things with a strategy. That kind of goes along the lines of how I view life in general is, you just want to be very intentional with the way that you're doing things, and you just want to have a strategy for a lot of things that you do, because what happens is if you don't have a strategy and you're not intentional with your actions, what ends up happening is you just fall off track. You just kind of end up going with the motion and you just go with the flow. And you really can't do that if you want to get shredded. Definitely let me know how you feel about this video, because I plan on doing more videos like this. So yeah, definitely keep me motivated. You guys gotta comment down below. Let me know exactly what you want to see from me, and I'll make sure that happens. All right, you guys, I'm gonna cut the video right here. That was the 5 tips on how to get shredded in the least amount of time possible that is still realistic. If this is your first time on a fat loss, weight loss journey, or if you've been training for a couple years and you've never really been able to truly break that plateau and get visible abs, I wish you guys good luck. Don't fucking give up. If you guys subscribe to this channel, you have basically subscribed to a lifestyle where you don't give up, never look back, only look forward. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your goals. Make micro goals if you have to, and achieve it on a week-to-week basis in order to see the greater picture. There's always a greater picture, so make sure never fucking give up. Peace.